Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you've been following along for a while, then you've probably seen my pros and cons video about living in Reno, Nevada. That video's old news. I'm here to make an update. Here is the 2024 edition, all the pros and cons of living in Reno. I'm gonna start with all the pros and make sure you stay till the end because you're gonna wanna hear all the reasons that it may not be a good fit for you. Coming in at number one is our abundant outdoor recreation. We have so much given that we are in the Sierra Nevadas. We're really close to Lake Tahoe. There's all kinds of skiing, swimming, mountain biking, camping, anything you could want to do outside is here. You're gonna love that, and you're gonna love living here if you are an outdoor enthusiast. Coming in at number two, Reno's home to all kinds of amazing cultural events. There are so many, like literally hundreds. I can't even name them all. If you're into arts and culture, you might like Art Town. That's a month-long event in July. It's a multi-venue, multi-discipline extravaganza. It's a whole lot of things. If you're an artist, you could also check out how to be a presenter. And I don't just mean fine artist, you could be dancer, singer, musician. There's all kinds of things to check out. We also have the rib cook-off, we have hot August nights, we have street vibrations. There's just so much entertainment here and so many cultural events, so make sure to check that out. Coming in at number three is the amount of economic growth. I'm calling this a pro because with that come a lot of jobs. We've seen a huge uptick in job opportunities and employment here in Reno. Also, with that comes a lot of amenities and development as far as places to eat, things to do, all of that. Some people who were born and raised here, some people who are struggling to make ends meet might have a different opinion. They might feel like all of this growth is leading to a higher cost of living, and it is. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that, and I'm not trying to deny that, but you have to take the positives with it because whether you want it to or not, it's happening. So I'm putting that in the positive pile. Number four is a really big one. Here in Nevada, we have no state income tax, so that makes living here financially very advantageous compared to a lot of other states. One thing you're gonna wanna look out for though is if you pay for your health insurance out of pocket. I have heard that it's more expensive in Nevada than it is in a lot of other states, just something to keep in the back of your mind. Though that being said, the healthcare industry here is in a huge period of development, so as far as facilities and jobs, that's absolutely exploding. All right, you guys have been patient, so now I'm gonna dive into the list of cons as promised. Don't let it deter you. Living here is amazing, but I don't want to be one-sided. So let's just dive right in. Coming in at number one, we have a lot of wildfires here, and it really does depend on the winter that precedes the summer, but oftentimes in summer, usually mid to late summer into fall, we start having outbreaks of wildfires, and they are awful, I'm not gonna lie. Being a native New Englander, it's something I'll never get used to. Sometimes the smoke is literally so thick you can't even see the car in front of you when you're driving. It's just no fun. You have to stay inside. It's nice warm weather, but you can't really enjoy it because you're stuck inside avoiding the smoke. It does have a direct correlation though to the snowfall the winter before. So last year, 2023, we had a winter that broke a 100-year record, and this past summer it was beautiful, green, lush, no smoke. This year, it's now January at the time of recording this, and we've had, I think, 3 storms or so, and it's not looking too good. I am hopeful that we get some more snow so that our summer isn't truncated by wildfires and smoke. Coming in at number two, we have very limited public transportation here, especially for a city of our size. Buses are limited, there's limited routes, limited hours, sometimes even getting an Uber depending on the hour. Like if you have to catch a really early flight, I would maybe have a fallback plan just in case, because sometimes getting an Uber could even be a challenge if it's a weird hour. Coming in at number three, we have a water scarcity here. I mean, duh, we're in the desert. But we do have to be really mindful because we are expanding at such a rapid pace. Reno is now a greater metropolitan area, which is super weird. But in certain seasons and under certain circumstances, they do limit when you can turn on your sprinkler. They'll go by like even and odd numbers, sides of the street, etc. So that's just something that you should be aware of if you're thinking about moving here. My last con, as a mom, I have 2 kids, and education here has not really caught up with how much we've developed and the demographics of people who are attracted to living here. If you are a parent and you're thinking about moving here, you're gonna wanna stay on top of filling out all the applications applications. Most of the schools here work on a lottery system if you don't want to go to the school that you are zoned for. So if you are thinking about applying to charters and private schools and what have you, you're going to want to get into that very early, apply to far more than you think you need, and that will give your student the best opportunity that they have. All right, that's all I have for you guys. I want to know if you're a Renoite or a Nevadan, what are your pros and cons of living here? If you're not, what did you think about those? What scares you or makes you really want to come here? I would love to know in the comments below. If you are thinking about making a move, I am a realtor here. I would love to hop on a free strategy call with you. It's no obligation, just an opportunity to connect, get your questions answered, and help you devise a winning strategy with your next and best steps. You can do that by clicking the link in the show notes below. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like and that subscribe button. I put out new videos every single week about the Northern Nevada lifestyle, the Reno Sparks housing market, and of course, all things having to do with buying and selling real estate. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I hope to see you next week.